I decided to volunteer and serve in the IDF when I was 18 years old. This was in 2008, right as Operation Cast Lead broke out in Gaza, now familiar territory to everybody here. And very shortly after the war started, I was hit by a 120 millimeter mortar, a very large rocket that tore off my left arm on the spot. And for whatever reason, I knew from the moment that I woke up in the hospital that I wanted to continue my service, that I wasn't done fighting. And eventually I was given the opportunity to retake all of the combat tests that a soldier has to take in basic training. I had to relearn how to shoot, load, and unjam an assault rifle, how to pull grenade pins with my teeth, and I did make it back into combat. I ended my active service leading a squad of 13 soldiers through their advanced training. I also continued to serve in the reserves, or I did for many years, until I got a phone call during the pandemic from the administrator of my unit asking me to sign some paperwork. She just needed a signature that would allow me to stay in the reserve system and continue showing up every year from Los Angeles, where I live. And for whatever reason, when she asked me to sign that paper, I decided not to. I decided that I was done with my service. For me, there was a before October 7th and an after October 7th. And when I woke up that horrible morning, and I sat there for hours watching live footage, Hamas footage of the atrocities that were being carried out, the first call I made was to that same administrator from my unit. And she said, "Izzy, the unit loves you. I wish there was something I can do. You didn't sign the papers. Don't come." And for about a day, I gave up. And then I realized if I didn't at least try, if I didn't fly to Israel somehow and show up to that gate of my base, even if I get turned away, if I didn't try, I would never be able to sleep a restful night again. I managed to get on an overbooked flight that had me land in Israel on October 9th. I hitched a ride directly to base, and that same administrator who told me not to come, this officer, she drove her car outside of the base so that she could sneak me inside. And for about a week, I sat on a Hummer outside of the room where they were preparing for this war. I was the only civilian. There were many soldiers like me who wanted to rejoin, but unlike them, I had nowhere to go. They went back home to Tel Aviv, Haifa, wherever they could rest. I sat on that Hummer. And every day, we would be targeted by rockets. Everybody would dive for cover. I would be wearing jeans and a black t-shirt, surrounded by olive green fatigues. And eventually, the IDF realized that I was an insurance risk, that they had to draft me. If I got hurt and I'm just a civilian on base, they get in trouble. So suddenly, I was back in uniform. Eventually, I did make it back into an active unit. I ended up going into Gaza with a group of recon demolition soldiers. We were blowing up the homes of the terrorists who participated in the October 7th massacre. Greatest honor of my life, by far the most important thing I've done. Hamas underestimates our generation. My story is one of many, countless stories. And because of that, we will meet every challenge in every corner of the world, united and resolved, not just to survive, but to thrive. We are the Jewish people, and together we will win.